Om Shanti. Make your foundation of faith strong and remain constantly fearless and carefree. Vaha Drama Vaha. The foundation of victory is faith. If the foundation is strong, the building cannot shake. You remain carefree. However, it isn't faith in just the Father, but you have to have faith in yourself and also in the drama. Vaha Drama Vaha. Where you have faith in the drama, anything that is not beneficial will become beneficial. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 14. Make your foundation of faith strong and remain constantly fearless and carefree. Today's topic Vaha Drama Vaha. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Baba wants us to say Vaha Drama Vaha. But that's only possible if I am watching drama. Because generally we don't watch drama. Every time we want to think drama should be like that, next scene should be like that. So we try to dictate drama. There are many people, they don't know to see drama. Because they want to, if you hear their commentary, they are all the time. And for me, if there is a big situation one night before, I said, okay, let drama play whole night. Next morning we see what's in drama, then we continue, right? But some will still think of what happened last night. But whole night drama is playing, right? Our bodies need rest, so we rest. So sometimes we don't give enough time to let drama play, and then you see it, right? We don't want, we don't have patience even. We want to create scenes in our mind. We keep thinking, and what will you do whole night? Remember, Baba, sleep and let drama play. But we keep thinking all night. So will drama happen according to what you are thinking? So I always say some even don't know to see drama. And second is we have to learn to play then in drama, right? And it's so interesting that Baba says you shouldn't copy anyone, you shouldn't compete with anyone, but you have to see the part of everyone, right? Everyone has different part to play. I am not playing part according to other one's part. I am playing my part. It's very good thinking when you say, okay, let this one is playing part in her own way, his own way. But I'm not going to interact or react, but I will only act. This is my part. It's very important because Otherwise, whether through words, sometimes the influence, and we start playing part according to as more reaction than act. So I always say, are you actor or reactor? I am an actor, right? So when Baba says, it's only you are able to say Vaha Baba, Vaha drama, Vaha drama, if you watch drama. I have experimented many times. Uh, Sometimes some centers, if some sister have any problem, they call me. Let's say they call me 9 o'clock, 9:30. I mean, whatever I can do. Otherwise, it's night time, you can't do much. I say, okay, let's see tomorrow. So we all sleep. So next morning, oh, last night this happened, I have to take some action or find out how I can help. So my mind is not whole night, but I began with that early morning. So when I called that sister, she said, oh, when I told you after that, everything was okay. And I am starting my day to think how I can help. Many, many times I have seen. So we shouldn't really, even in the morning, drama continues, but I shouldn't continue. The drama will continue. But let me start saying good morning to Baba and do whatever. Then we look at the situation. We shouldn't start anything with the situation. This happened last night. Last night was last night. How many hours passed after that? Even in the world where there is not night, I don't know how many things must have happened. Right? We were sleeping, uh, and at the war, they are still bombarding Dubai and this and that one. Right? So action is continuing. I am out of action. And sometimes it does happen that you will wake up with a thought or something. But I find that when you are mentally, I like the points of the Gulzar that if you have contentment, mm, then you don't have to think a lot, right? So sleep and say drama, good night to Baba, and we will see what's drama tomorrow morning. What is drama tomorrow morning? And you could have a good sleep, and plus you are using faith. You are trusting drama. So it's very interesting. And I mean, we all go through different. There was a time, as I said, I will wake up. Oh, I have to take care of this. As no, you have pending work. So you say, oh, I have to do this. Same is also. But I say, generally, Murli, everything finishes by 8, 8:30. Then I go in my office and say what I have to start with now. So still from 4 to 8:39, how many hours? Best hours. There I am only thinking about situation or a person or anything. I mean, we don't have time. If you observe, there are a lot of time in between, which we generally use it into wasteful thinking, thinking again and again. Take out all that, you have enough time for Baba's remembrance. We are the ones who don't use that time which we have. I find there is a lot of time in between. So one is learn to watch drama without imagining, in the sense of sometimes we want to see drama conclude, like watching Lokik drama. Some will say, now it will end like this. Now it will end like that. But let's watch what is ending, how it's going to end. So, lot of patience, detached observer. Detached observer. Let's see. Daddy Janki always used to teach us. Let us see. He said, Daddy, this is like this. Let us see. Chalo, dekhenge. Let's see. So you don't carry in your mind anything. So that lightness which stays is very, very important. So Baba is saying that Vaha drama Vaha, the foundation of victory. The foundation of victory is faith. Nishchay mein vijay. Baba says, if the foundation is strong, the building cannot shake you. Drama, Baba says, so remain carefree. It's so interesting when you are not affected, the answers start coming. Solution emerges immediately. However, it isn't faith in just the Father, but you have to have faith in yourself and also faith in drama. So Baba says that Vaha, drama Vaha, when you have faith in the drama, then anything that is not beneficial will change and become beneficial. That we should really underline. Because anything happen, sometimes it's good that happen, even it is not good. No, in the sense of, because the next scene is connected with that. So when you observe next scene, do you feel that that other scene was important also? But watching drama, let us watch drama. We don't watch, we want to play drama all the time. I say, but let drama play and you also play. You play your part. Sometimes we want to play part of everyone now. I have to play my part. Be good in that. So it's very interesting to see how much we can watch drama. Right? So it's really, really, the day should come very soon when we should be able to say, Vaha drama, Vaha. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. You look okay. I am okay. This is a beneficial scene, I'm sure. So good to see you from here. My name is Eric. I'm recently from Mohini and Pandav Bhavan, but now in New York, serving here again. Happy to be back, actually. And tying two things together that are in my mind. One is the current travel. There was obviously some disruptions to individuals traveling back from India. Quite a few have made it back here to New York, and I think many are, on the way or have come. But what comes to mind is the scenes that were playing out in New York when Daddy Janki would travel. because she would change, would say, yes, Dottie. And both of them were incredible examples of faith in their ability. Dottie would say I would go, and she would expect it to happen. In my mind, it would be like, oh, that sounds like an impossible request. But this brother would work all night. He would do travel. He would call India. He would, and it would happen. And he would say it happened because Dottie had asked, and he had faith in her, and she had faith in herself. And I kind of, look at myself during this upheaval. I had a ticket on Air India, and they stopped for 2 days flying, and so I was kind of wondering, will they fly on my date? And was kind of checking periodically what their schedule was and what their flight pattern was. And I made it home with the flight that I had. Um, but I didn't have that full faith that I didn't have to worry much. So I was kind of checking a little and such like that. But I noticed if we have full faith, does that make things happen? Is that the experience that we would have? Because watching Daddy Janki, she had complete expectations that what she wanted to happen was going to happen, and it did. And I'm thinking about this last week. Um, is it us who make the drama work for ourselves because of the faith that we have in ourselves, or drama, or Baba? What is that process that we can be totally full of faith, and that will happen, and it will just continue to grow?
I think it's combination of both, Yeah, because circumstances and stage of the self, right? Because circumstances are not really in our control, but how to deal with the situation is in my control, right? So what I am doing is, the part I am playing is where I have some control. But where I don't have control, then I just remain carefree. Let's watch drama. Then we say, let's watch drama. So I must say that, when there is purity, there is farsightedness. And Dadi Janki had farsightedness in the sense of, she first said, no, I'm not going there. Then suddenly she said, I want to go.
Yeah.
So maybe it is the pull of the souls, or it is drama which was pulling her. And because she knew it's not her desire, it is the need of in service, need of those souls which are pulling her. So she's not thinking of what is impossible, what will be difficulties. She just has that pure feeling that those souls want me to be there. And because of that purity in that thought, altruistic mind, that there is some kind of trust in the self that it will happen, it's going to happen. And on other side, the brother who is trying to change and get the ticket is working with that faith that is going to happen. So I think that it's a combination.
Yeah.
I
Do you,
remember Ramesh was telling one story that drama is destined, so it might not change. But at that time, the help you need from Baba, if you remember Baba, you will get help. Drama might not change, right? Or it might be whatever next happens. We could say it is through our remembrance, even if it is destined. So I think there is some power, some help which we get from Baba. Even we know that drama is predestined and we cannot change it. But if I remain stable, if I remain comfortable, if I find that I am able to play my part, all that definitely are the outcomes or the benefits of having faith in drama.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes, brother. Yeah.
You mentioned the purity brings farsightedness, and just positioning that in a little different way. Do you think that the state of many, and Daddy Janki is the example here, was so clear that when the drama was revealing itself, not to us and not in action, but she could kind of see into the future almost, and not in a vision type of a way, but she just had the sense that it was telling her what needed to be done, and she was able to pick up that signal. Would that be an appropriate way to describe it? And do you think that that's how we will be developing and moving into the future also?
Yeah. I think that all Radis, they had this kind of connection, alignment with drama that is kind of, we say in a common language, oh, I was sensing it, I
Mm-hmm.
was feeling it. So there is connection of what is happening and what is the future, right? So some are able to pick up more signals and some they cannot. But Dadis, they were able to pick up a lot and kind of prepare themselves or decided to do something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of, I still have to make efforts. I remember that there are different ways. Some are very mentally determined, right? And some are very action oriented. Like I am want to take flight and it's overbooked, right? So I won't go and shout on the desk, I need to go. I won't. But I'm standing there firm that I need to go. I should get the ticket or the seat. So I don't even say anything. You will be surprised that the vibrations of that mm, is reaching at the counter, and that man who is at the booking is watching
Yeah.
that everyone is coming and get impatient. But this, they used to say, this lady is standing still, but still wants to go. And he will call me and say, we have seat for you,
Yeah.
And so I believed in those methods, and some believe in the method of going and getting upset on them and saying lot to them. And they say, put this lady aside. She's talking too much because they are doing their duty. They're trying best, and we are putting pressure on them. So there are different ways to get things done. But I always believe that drama, Baba, and your own part will, help you to understand the future and then get it done. You know.
Yeah. It's almost as if I'm visualizing it that the drama in the future is sending what is supposed to happen, and you receive that and you transmit that to those who have to make it happen, so that that scene is there. And I'm not sure if I heard you right, but you mentioned that you still had to make some effort. Well, I'm kind of counting on you to have a good perception of what the future is and share that with us. So hoping for the best in our efforts so that we will be
Mm.
sensitive to those things. So kind of counting on you
Mm.
for that a little.
Because Baba has knowledge of drama that is predestined, is fixed, is going to happen, but still he tells us to make efforts. No,
Yeah,
remember me more. Even he knows that children will remember as they did last Kalpa, but still he reminds us, remember me, or this is right, this is sinful. Still giving us knowledge, all the time, knowing that yes, we will do what we did last Kalpa. So it's a very subtle thing here that effort is definitely there, and then is the fruition. then is the result. Without action, there cannot be any result or reward of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
The concept of it not being beneficial becomes beneficial. Um, the only immediate example is that I was in Madhuban, and after the meetings and such went up for a couple days, um, and for some reason my sleep schedule, whether it was off, jet lag, I don't know what it is, um, and so it was a little, I don't know, displeased that I wasn't sleeping well, but was able to use that time. So from 2 to 3 was in Baba's room, 3 to 4 was in History Hall, take a little break, then Om Shanti Bhava. And so I had a couple days of just, in that sense of being aware, watching the drama, but knew there wasn't anything I could do and just waiting. So kind of transformed that experience into kind of a silence bhakti. And are there any examples that come to your mind about something that might have seemed to be not beneficial that turned out to be necessary and appropriate and therefore beneficial?
I think we should see it, everything is beneficial. So what is not beneficial will also change into beneficial. But if I have a lot of questions, what's the use? This is useless. My time is being wasted. This is happening. So what else? You won't feel that benevolence of drama
Yeah,
because you already have so many assumptions and thoughts and you know. But if you have this mantra, every moment is going to be beneficial. It's going to be beneficial. Instead of wasteful thoughts, think of this way and then see, that how everything becomes beneficial.
yeah,
But if I'm not allowing even to experience that benefit by having lot of unnecessary thoughts, then you can't experience the benefit too. So I would suggest that keep praising drama. Hmm?
well, you
So
mentioned
yes.
that we need patience
Hmm.
watching the drama. And that seems to be the appropriate quality that we bring
Hmm.
to it. That we have ideas of how it should be. We have our plans. We have thoughts on what we should do and what should be happening around us. Um, but if we can be patient and to watch that, because one of the things we've often said is the drama is perfect, and so everything must be beneficial. And so
Hmm.
if it's not being seen that way, that issue must be in our own mind, must be impure thoughts about how we want things to be. And I guess that would be based in our greed or desires or attachments or some sort of vice.
But it's very interesting to see what is drama and then what is Baba's plan. Even it's not in drama. My plan, Rama's plan, and Baba's plan, right?
A lot of plan.
So, yeah, many plans. But I feel that I want to go by God's plan, and then, of course, drama's plan, and then my plan. But generally, that doesn't happen. We always have my plan. I had planned this way. I I planned. Why didn't happen this way? It's a lot on my plan, but I feel say drama plan. If things doesn't work out, you plan,
Yeah,
didn't work. Just say drama. Remember Baba. Instead, we struggle and we challenge drama, we challenge Baba. But it should be other way around, no?
yeah.
So then you can see the benefit of it.
Right.
Mm.
Um, it's yeah. It's
Everything is everything is okay in there.
um, yes. Everything is great according to the drama plan. We're getting back. It takes a little while to readjust. Um, I've gone through a stack of mail, a variety of things, kind of catching up with the time zone and such. we had gorgeous spring days, and now we're going to go back into winter. So the drama is showing the flexibility, unreliability of the nature. But it's wonderful. We're moving towards spring, and so that's lovely here.
I sometimes think that, anyone, whether they are leaders or us, we forget that even nature has a big role to play, right? And we should really look at, see what drama, what nature. Of course, the flights are cancelled because of the space and fear in the space, but also it could be weather sometimes, no? I
Yeah.
remember one time I couldn't come to New York. We were sitting and waiting for that storm to finish, and it was equally strong as the violence is.
Mhm.
So I feel that at least we can get favor of the nature, no?
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, trying
Extra.
to serve nature by going out and enjoying it. It's got its own
Yeah,
beauty, and so acknowledging that, having that relationship, so that if we serve nature, it will serve us too.
yeah.
Very good.
Okay, very
Great
good.
to be with
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, thank you, Brother Eric.
Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.